The air hung heavy, thick with anticipation. A blood-red sun dipped below the horizon, casting long, ominous shadows across the battlefield. Two armies stood poised, a sea of steel and sinew, separated by a narrow strip of trampled earth. On one side, the Iron Legion, clad in black iron, their faces grim beneath their helmets. They were a force of brutal efficiency, their ranks moving with the precision of a well-oiled machine. Facing them, the ragged but determined forces of the rebellion, a tapestry of different cultures and fighting styles, united by their desperate hope for freedom. Among the rebels stood Cale, their young leader, his youthful face hardened by war. He gripped his sword, its hilt worn smooth by years of constant use. His heart pounded against his ribs, a drumbeat of fear and determination. He looked out over the faces of his men and women, their eyes reflecting the flickering firelight, and he saw a reflection of his own resolve. They were outmatched, outmaneuvered, but not out of spirit. They would fight for every inch of ground, for every breath. The silence shattered. A roar erupted from the Iron Legion as they charged, a wave of black iron crashing against the rebel lines. The clash of steel on steel was deafening, a symphony of chaos and violence. Cale met the charge head-on, his sword flashing, deflecting blows, his movements fluid, almost a dance. Each strike was precise, aimed to kill, fueled by years of training and a desperate need to survive. He moved through the enemy ranks, a whirlwind of death, his name a whispered prayer on the lips of his followers. But the Iron Legion was relentless, their discipline unwavering. For every enemy soldier that fell, two more seemed to take their place. The ground became slick with blood, the air thick with the coppery tang of it. Still, they fought on, fueled by a shared dream of freedom. The battle raged, a chaotic dance of death beneath the fading light of the setting sun. Cale, his armor dented, his breath ragged, fought with the fury of a cornered animal. He moved like a phantom, striking from the shadows, exploiting every opening, every weakness in the enemy's defenses. He locked eyes with the Iron Captain, a towering figure clad in black steel, his face hidden behind an ornate helmet. Their eyes met across the battlefield, a clash of wills in the midst of the carnage. The captain, a seasoned warrior, fought with cold, calculating precision, his movements economical, deadly. They circled each other, two predators sizing each other up, waiting for the other to make the first move. The sound of their clash echoed across the battlefield, a sharp metallic clang that momentarily drowned out the sounds of battle. Sparks flew as steel met steel, the force of the impact jarring their bones. Around them, the battle raged, a maelstrom of violence and despair. But for Cale, the world narrowed to this single point, this clash of wills. He poured all his anger, all his grief, all his hope into every blow. The captain, a veteran of countless battles, met his fury with stoic resolve, his experience and skill evident in every parry, every riposte.